Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Selena Tedesco. I work at Good Housekeeping Institute, where we test and review a variety of products. I actually work in the Media and Tech Lab. Baby tech is near and dear to our hearts, and I'm so excited that we have this amazing panel of industry experts and innovators to speak with us today. Without further ado, I'll just have everyone introduce themselves, what they do, and their motivation for being in this space.
Hi, thank you. Well, so I'm Alexia Siboni. I'm a physical therapist and I'm the director of clinical research and innovation and quality at Be Well Connect. So Be Well Connect is a connected digital health company. We offer a range of connected medical devices connected to an app, a mobile app, Be Well Connect app, and we have also a mobile telemedicine station which enhances the care coordination with a physician dashboard, the Be Well Expert. And our newest product today, focused on the mom and baby segment, is My Peritense, which is a pelvic floor device for urinary incontinence and strengthened pelvic floor muscles.
Hi, hi. My name is Itao Liao. I'm the CIO of Ravio. Ravio is a health and hygiene company. We have innovative ultraviolet LED chip technology. That we have deployment of that technology in water, air, and surface purification. We use UV light to clean and sterilize a wide range of products. We have a B2B division where we sell the LEDs to other products such as refrigerators, dishwashers, water faucets, all kinds of devices that we want to reduce the bacteria. We also have our B2C division where we launch our own products. Which we did last year here at CES, is the Ellie baby bottle sterilizer. And we're also launching new products this year, which is a water bottle with our LED technology. I'll be happy to introduce you more details later. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Dan Garbez. I'm the founder of Dow Health. We're the maker of the FreeMe breast pump systems. You can find us at freeme.com. That's spelled FREEMIE.com. We are... we consider ourselves one of the leading innovators in the space in breast pumps. We make a hands-free, discrete breast pump system that not only works with our own breast pumps, but we try to collaborate with the entire industry and make it work with everybody else's breast pumps as well. Because we realized when we came across our idea that women struggle with using a breast pump. They have to go find a private room. They have to seclude themselves and depart from some sort of task that they're working on. And frequently, they just need to be able to take that activity wherever they need to be. So we've developed these systems, and we're in about 20 countries. We're in Amazon, Walmart, Babies R Us, Target. And this year, we're launching a new mobile breast pump that a woman can use. She can actually plan to take a nap. She can program it to shut off, close her eyes, so she can look forward to using her breast pump instead of dreading having to stay awake while she's trying to make milk for her baby.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Miller. I work for Best Baby Distribution as lead vendor business manager and business development. We distribute baby, children, STEM products, and robotics as well. What motivates me every day is the impact that we are making. We are the largest distribution partner when it comes to baby and children products, and we bridge the products to the retailers. We have over 200,000 accounts that we could sell to, including e-commerce, specialty, and we use advanced technologies to do that.
Great, thank you so much. I'd love to just touch a little bit more on your motivation, your personal motivation for being in this space, which is so important for providing new tools to parents.
So actually, as a physical therapist, I used to treat a lot of patients and a lot of women post-pregnancy, right? And so with Be Well Connect today, we were able to create a device who can help the woman treat themselves from the intimacy of their home, right? And so we realize that the needs in terms of treatment, pelvic floor treatment, is the fact that the woman could be more adherent to the therapy from home. They do have a lot of things to handle after pregnancy, so they should not forget them and forget their own health. So thanks to connected devices and apps, we can help them to be more adherent.
Yeah, I think for us, as a technical innovator with a new digital semiconductor solution that can kill bacteria, we wanted to bring this technology to the baby space because the babies are the most vulnerable, still developing their immune systems. So we want to be able to apply this new technology to people with the most need. And it's a technology that is most sustainable, most friendly. There's no chemical. It uses UV light. But unlike traditional UV light, this doesn't have any ozone or mercury. It's non-toxic. It's also battery powered, which I think is also great with the trend baby on the go, so that it frees the parents and the baby from staying at home, have a convenient solution when they are out and about, and away from their familiar places like home or office, but really on the road, in the train station, on the plane, to offer a layer of additional layer of safety that is simple to use at a touch of a button. That's why we wanted to bring this technology in a final product form to the baby product industry first. Yeah.
So my motivation was pretty simple. My wife had twins, and she had this idea, and she told me that if I didn't help her do it, that I would be very sorry. So we essentially, she had this idea. She knew that her work situation was very difficult. She's an emergency physician, and she realized that she couldn't do her job and take care of her babies. So she told me, either you figure out how to help me do this while I do my work, or I'm not going back to work. And that was it.
So some other things that motivate me is I am a mother, and 5 years ago we didn't really have tech-like products. So it's really awesome that our company can bring more of these products to non-traditional retailers that don't sell baby in the tech space. So that is great that we've been able to open up those doors like Staples and make products more available.
Touching on what you said, Vanessa, about how within 5 years there's been so much innovation in the space, what do you think now with your own products or in the industry has been a catalyst to this innovation? Why at this time is there so much rapid innovation in the baby tech space?
So at the other trade shows like ABC, JPMA, the baby space has been very slow. So 5 years ago, they thought we were nuts that tech was going to be in baby products. They just didn't see the connection, but we did. And I think that with all the other surrounding categories around us, that tech is really being pushed because it's something that parents use every day. Nannies, daycares, even grandparents use it. So I think it's time that companies like yourselves are merging with today's capabilities, and that is really awesome because that's where tech should be going for baby and children.
And for you guys, what has provided you the ability to innovate at this time?
Well, I think first of all, the customer base is quite tech savvy. I think a lot of the millennial parents, new parents, they grow up and surrounded with technology, so they naturally want to turn to technology for solutions that makes their life easier. And I think that's just a general trend. People naturally think about making products connected, monitor the stuff, how to use technology to increase additional layer of safety, peace of mind, and also portability. So I think all of these themes are around our everyday life is just quite applicable to the parenting and baby product space. So it's a very natural move. And I think as technology and product providers, we just want to connect with the parents and see how we can fit our solution to them the most seamlessly and conveniently. Yeah.
Actually, with Be Well Connect, as we have a real ecosystem, right? Within the app, you can manage different profiles. And we thought that as a woman, as a mother, you can manage different profiles of your kids, and even remotely. For example, we have a non-contact thermometer, and so back from the maternity leave, the woman can just record health from from far away, right? And so and thanks to the fact that you can record data from the connected field, that's exactly where we realize that the tech needs to be also from the baby tech industry, but also for women's health.
Maybe I'll let somebody else take a question. Wow, this has gotten super sensitive.
You want to talk about it?
That's okay. How about going to the next question?
I'm going to give it to hello. It's working.
Are we okay? Are we okay? So I lost my train of thought, but you can go on to the next question.
What aspects have been most important for you guys in educating consumers about your products and the industry in general?
So actually, in terms of pelvic floor stimulation, we had to educate them to just explain them what is electrostimulation because women doesn't know actually what is the pelvic floor rehab. So we heard the Kegel method, right? And so with my parents, we have tried to create exercise based on this method, the Kegel method, and to make sure that they can follow the therapy from home. That's the first education. After that, the fact that it's connected apps might be pretty new for them. So we had to educate the customers as well and the health professional because they do not use this type of technology yet. And so I think our goal in terms of as an industrial, right, we need to educate our customers, both health professionals, hospitals, and the patients.
Yeah, I think for us it's really about connecting the dots, because our technology is in a way it's not new because people has been using UV light to kill bacteria for hundreds of years, but to do that with a tiny LED chip, that's something people are quite unfamiliar with. So how do we connect the dots from UV light to a chip to battery powered to it's a very safe technology and environmentally friendly. I think all of that is there, but connecting them has been one of our major focus in communicating with our customers, and we have leveraged a lot of good innovation platforms such as Indiegogo, where we engage with early adopters, and that conversation really helped us to figure out the best way to communicate with people who have an interest in technology and applying that in their daily lives.
Selena, can you repeat the question again?
What's been so important and integral in your progress in educating consumers about your products?
We sort of hit a perfect storm with social media. I personally don't know how to log into Facebook, but the world's found out about our product through social media, and it's enabled us to grow really rapidly, and it's given us scale so that we can continue to innovate our product. We're really focused on just the form factor because we're trying to take a completely different, visual, conceptual approach to the product development process, and we want to be able to make women be able to use it and feel comfortable about the way they look when they're using it around other people. Previously it's been a product that people use in private, and so for us it's good. We've got sort of a blank slate to start with. The first product we put out there was better than the alternative. But now we're gonna make ourselves obsolete by making it look even better. So.
Yeah, you touched on a good point, Dan. Yeah, for our clients and manufacturers, as a distributor, first we have a different approach to this, which is marketing, which will lead to education. So we always want our manufacturers to properly market using the traditional methods, but also to have social media. I think in today's market, you have to have social media and also adapt to digital tech. I feel like the ones that aren't doing it, we kind of see the results when it comes to the sales, and also parents just don't know about the product. So important aspects would be to build that brand message, to have a clear picture of what it does, how it's going to improve their lives, and just to make sure that the parent, mom, and grandparents really trust that product, because we found that moms and parents and dads really buy products that they could trust and that they understand and that it's very easy to use. So the more you can convey that message, then I think the better your results will be.
Great. And what feedback have you gotten from your customers? Is there anything that they're really demanding from you guys or as a distributor that they really want or that you've noticed as a huge demand?
Actually, from our side, we already had some feedback in France. So we are a French company, right? I think I forgot to say that. So in France, the MyPeriTense device is already on sale, and we have had some feedback like, "Oh, I didn't know that it exists. I wish I could use it when I first had my first kid," right? So actually, we are trying to create new device and new type of therapy and to help them just treat themselves. They are trying also to get some user-friendly app, as you said, very easy to use. I think that what you said, easy to use and making sure that the data are safe and stored in a HIPAA-compliant, secured cloud.
Yeah, I wanted to add to that, we hear from both the buyers, from the retail markets, and also the end consumers that they really want products that are safe and that are collecting data. So that seems to be a new trend, that not only do they want to use these devices, but they want to be able to have feedback and stuff that they can look back on to see how baby or how child is doing and see how they can make adjustments. Because it's all about knowledge and improving their day-to-day. So for them to be able to know what yesterday was like, then they can adjust and make changes for the future and also share that content on a device. So I'm not telling daddy, just repeating everything that I learned yesterday or texting, that he can look in the app or look on some type of software and platform and know to date what the information is.
So for us, when we launched our hands-free cups in 2013, immediately women started asking us, "Can you make it work with a portable pump? I want to take this thing on the go. Now, if I can have my clothes on, I want to be out and about." And of course, we knew that. We knew that we'd been working on it even before we launched the cups in 2013. But we have a physician as my partner and co-founder, and a requirement. You know, the hurdle for us was that we needed to make this pump work as well as hospital-grade equipment. So trying to do something like that in a mobile solution that also, you know, just works, you know, the practical features of it work for a woman in her daily life was not a simple challenge. And we also knew that we couldn't take a step backward from the cups that we'd put out there that do work well with hospital-grade equipment. So we had a challenge. We'd set a pretty high bar for ourselves to deliver that mobile solution, but that's what we're here this year delivering. Now, on top of that, we also feel we have a responsibility as a company that's developing products. We know what we can do with technology, and even though the customers don't know what we can do, we don't just wait for them to tell us what they want. They may not yet know what they want. And if we know we can deliver something that's going to add value and benefit to them, we're going to do it. So, and with the pump that we launched this year, we incorporated a sleep timer in it, which I don't think anybody had ever thought of in the breast pump space before. And the reaction to it has been tremendous. And we know it's a benefit that we're going to provide to our customers, an added benefit that they didn't expect from us or our industry before.
I think for us, the feedback's been great, and it's actually the first time the new parents are introduced to something that has both technology and design that adds a layer of fun to their parenting life. We've launched the white color, the purple color. People are asking for different colors. People are also asking for like an even smaller version, because right now the product is sized for 2 bottles. It's got the height for Dr. Brown. It's got the waist for Tommy Tippy. But some still think it's kind of still big for their the handbag. So they're asking if like we could launch an even smaller version. Connectivity has come up. Like, can I use this to track my feeding pattern? Because this is changing the behavior of use a steamer to sterilize 15 bottles and have them ready. This is basically taking a minute, and you can sterilize before you are ready to use the bottle. So it's just changing the pattern of feeding, and people want a smaller version so that they can even be more portable and fit into the purse.
Great. And as we were speaking, I felt like mobility and portability came up a lot. And I think that has a huge aspect to do with the way we use technology and parents going back to the workplace. So my question for you guys, and what I would love to touch on, is how your products or baby tech in general is empowering women and new parents in general to go back to the workplace and continue on and integrate their new child into their lives.
I would say that, first of all, after maternity leave, the woman needs to make sure that they won't have any urinary incontinence or pelvic floor dysfunction, right? To make sure that their daily life's gonna be easy and easy to get back to work. So thanks to our device, so I'm gonna show it actually. This is a probe, so it's an electrostimulator device which needs to be inserted, right? And so it's connected to the app, My Peritens. And so the goal within the app is to make sure that the patient will be more engaged and empowered and share the data with their physical therapist or BGYN. And so thanks to those type of connected devices and apps, I would say that the patients feels more engaged, so more confident to get back to work. And in terms of taking care of the baby, with our non-contact thermometer, for example, they can record their temperatures, and so they can manage their health from their work seat.
For us, going back to work for a woman that's had a baby, if she's breastfeeding, it's a pretty stressful situation. And one of the biggest questions they have is, am I going to be able to keep breastfeeding my baby when I go back to the office? And that's literally been, that is the reason that we've just exploded, is because we've provided that solution that makes it possible for a lot of women. We need to get better at it. We think we're doing a great job already, but before we came onto the scene, about 90% of women that have to go back to work, this has been documented in multiple studies, fail to breastfeed as long as they had planned to. And we think we can change that. We think we can maybe flip those numbers and help maybe 90% of women actually succeed in meeting their goals. And that's, if we can do that, then we've made a contribution.
Yeah, I think our contribution is just to make things easy. It's fast, takes a minute. It's portable. Take it with you. Take it to work. If you use a breast pump at work, you can actually use the sterilizer to store the milk as well. So yeah, I think just make it easy. That's what we can do. Yeah.
Well, I think all you guys have awesome products that would make parents feel empowered going back to work. As a mother, I was very stressed out and crying because I didn't know what my child was doing or if they were okay. So I think having the knowledge that technology gives is empowering and makes you feel confident. So you know if they're healthy, if they're okay, when they've been fed, and just their overall well-being. So technology is more affordable today. IoT makes things easier, and I think the fact that these devices can be connected and then to the parents through apps or storing the data is very important.
And what's next for you guys?
What do you mean next?
Next for Be Well Connect, and next for the baby tech industry in general.
So actually, we're trying to create a real segment around the digital therapy, but we do have as well the whole ecosystem, as I said, for remote patient monitoring from the patient to the physician, with the whole devices and solution station and the dashboard platform that we need to enhance the care coordination. But I would say that the most important today is to make sure that we can provide solutions for personalized treatment, both in terms of medication and therapy. So that's our goal for the next few months. I would say that we're trying to create solutions based on algorithm, based on artificial intelligence, to make sure that we can provide personalized treatment, and that's our goal.
Yeah, I think the next step for us is to further integrate our technology around the baby's life. The LED sterilizer really is the beginning for us to apply the technology in the surfaces that is relevant for a baby. Our water purification products can help the parents purify the water on the go. It's a LED chip that integrates into the bottle cap. It's battery powered, so you can just purify water anytime. Also, UV light has historically been used to promote vitamin D. We know a lot of parents and the newborn babies are vitamin D deficient. A lot of people buy the vitamin D drops to help the baby absorb more vitamin D. There's vitamin D enhanced milk. But we also know getting enough sunshine is great to produce vitamin D in the parents, and that transfers to the baby. We recently worked with Boston University Medical School and verified that with our UV LED chip, we could actually produce vitamin D about, I think, 100 times more efficient than sunlight. And that can be integrated into a variety of baby products in the breast pump, in the baby bottle. And that's the most natural way to produce vitamin D in the human milk and in cow milk by essentially working on the enzyme in the milk directly. So, further integration of our technology into baby products is our future. Yeah.
So for us, we've got a lot of things we're working on. First, we're going to come out with more shapes and sizes. We're going to accommodate more women in more situations. But then secondly, we have been actively pursuing collaboration with our entire industry and with people outside our industry or close to us like Itao. We're going to talk more to try to develop more solutions to help. Our goal is to help increase breastfeeding rates. We think the entire breast pump industry can sell more breast pumps, and we actually think we can present infant formula with competition from human breast milk, and we're on the path to doing that. We're expanding around the world, and we're going to expand into more countries, and we're going to give infant formula real competition.
So what's next for our company is that we're going to continue to push non-traditional retail outlets to sell baby and children products and expand that growth, and also to further centralize products, vendors to the retail space. And for tech, what I see is more baby tech products and children products, including voice command and just being overall connected with the home. I think that would be a great next step for the baby tech industry.
Thank you so much. And from here, I'd just love to open up the floor for a Q&A. If anyone has any questions. Yeah, go for it.
I just wonder about how the UV light may cause more bacteria to become stronger. I mean, there's a lot of talk about antibiotics and things like that, but how does the UV light work? Does it prevent those?
That's a great question. Actually, there was a TED Talk, I think quite recently, that talked about the superbug problem. So the whole antibacteria drug-resistant superbug, it's been a vicious downward cycle of drug fighting bug and bug mutating itself. UV light works in a very different way. For those of you who knows UV light disinfection principle, it's a mechanical way to physically break the DNA strand of bacteria and viruses. So it's not using a chemical approach. It just physically breaks the DNA of the bacteria and viruses. So we have also data with third-party testing that shows we are very effective at killing drug-resistant superbugs such as MRSA and C. diff. These are problems that UV light is already solving in hospitals. UV light in its traditional form, like a Philips mercury lamp, has been widely deployed in the U.S. hospitals to fight hospital-acquired infection, which is killing more people than car accidents. What we do is really leveraging a digital chip technology and miniaturize that for consumers. So, but in general, UV is not part of the superbug problem, but it's a solution to that problem. I hope that answers the question. Yeah.
Anyone else? Oh, go ahead.
Could you, Vanessa, could you please tell us a little more about your organization and how it works? I mean, are you basically a distributor for vendors? How does
We're a distributor of all types of products. Our parent company is Tech Base. Has been around for 50 years. The Baby Children program opened about 7 years ago. So we focus on everything that has to do with baby, children, toys, consumer general products as well, robotics and STEM. So we kind of bridge both worlds. So we sell to non-traditional baby outlets, but also we've been opening the doors for a lot of big box retailers that you've probably seen today that have never sold baby and tech, and now they are. We opened a lot of those channels first in Canada to test it out, and then we brought it into the US.
We have time for about 2 more questions if anyone has any. Okay, great. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. Thank you to the audience, and enjoy the rest of the show.